Hello and welcome to my very first travel video. I would like to take you along on my incredible journey to Belize. At the end of April, my husband and I, along with some family and friends that are just like family, went on a fabulous vacation to the island of Ambergris Caye. We stayed for an entire week and we had such an incredible time. This vacation was the perfect blend of fun, adventure, cultural experiences, and of course, relaxation. But I have to admit, making this into a vlog was an afterthought, so there's some content that we did not capture. I think we got just enough to share with you on how incredible this journey was. So our journey began with a flight into Belize City. From there, we took a hopper plane to the island of Ambergris Caye. The flight took about 15 minutes with a beautiful bird's eye view of the turquoise blue waters. There's also a water ferry option that takes about 90 minutes, but we opted for the quicker air route. We stayed at the beautiful Alaya Hotel, which is a fairly new Marriott property on Ambergris Caye. The hotel is very nice with modern architecture and blended tropical elements, just creating a really luxurious laid-back atmosphere. We booked it through Expedia, so we got a package that included breakfast daily, which had a decent variety and was pretty good. On our first full day on the island, we rented golf carts, which was our primary mode of transportation. And we headed out to Secret Beach. Despite its name, it's not a secret anymore, and it's definitely worth the trip. The journey takes about 45 minutes, and it is quite bumpy, but the laughter and the scenery made it worthwhile. Secret Beach is one of the best spots on the island. It's located on the west side, so the beach has clearer water at the shore. It is a vibrant hub of activity with several bars and restaurants lining the shore, as well as different vendor stands. The vibe here is a perfect mix of chill and fun. We spent several hours swimming in the crystal clear water, sipping on our tropical cocktails and soaking up the sun. My husband even treated himself to a beachside massage. Back from Secret Beach, we made a pit stop at this place called the Truck Stop. This is such a cool little spot with various restaurants and bars. There's a game area, a pool. It's just a fun little hangout spot for all ages. And apparently this place has a different vibe at night with live entertainment and dancing, but unfortunately we didn't get to experience the nightlife there. On our second full day, we did a catamaran tour, which included snorkeling at Ho Chan Marine Park and also at Shark Ray Valley. We set sail around noon with the company called Catamaran Belize. While the boat was okay, It was kind of small. The service provided by the captain and crew was top-notch, so the day was just filled with unforgettable experiences. Let me tell y'all about this snorkeling. This was truly a highlight for me because I'm not really one that enjoys snorkeling because it's a little intimidating for me when you jump off a boat in the middle of the ocean. This barrier reef in Belize is worth the experience. It is the largest living reef in the northern hemisphere, and the clarity of the water allows you to see the stunning array of colorful fish and coral formations. It's hands down the best snorkeling experience that I've ever had. After that, we headed over to Shark Ray Alley, which was truly a test of courage for our group. Nurse sharks and the stingrays glide through the waters, and you have the opportunity to swim with them. Well, most of us chickened out. My husband was brave, and along with one of our other friends. Those were the only two who jumped in and decided to take the plunge. But watching them swim with these graceful creatures was just truly spectacular. After swimming with the sharks, the tour took us to the small island of Caye Caulker. We only had about 45 minutes here, so we couldn't really get into much, so we just hung out at this little area called the Split, which you'll see later on in the video. Once we returned on board, we enjoyed a delicious meal which was prepared by the crew on board. We feasted on freshly caught fish and ceviche while sipping on plenty of rum punch and enjoying the sailing across the beautiful Caribbean Sea. We witnessed the Caribbean sunset before sailing until dark. Our next big adventure was an all-day trip to the mainland. We caught the 6 a.m. ferry from San Pedro to Belize City, where we met our tour guide named Erwin. Erwin met us at the water taxi port. From there, it was a 2-hour drive to the Xunantunich Mayan ruins. Erwin did a superb job in educating us throughout the day on the Mayan history. moments were just so inspiring to see. We climbed to the top of El Castillo, which was the largest pyramid on the site, which stood about 130 feet tall. The climb was a little challenging, but absolutely worth it. From the top, we saw a breathtaking view of the Belize-Guatemala border. After that amazing history lesson, it was time for some adventure. So we drove to a different part of the mainland for our cave tubing experience. We actually trekked through lush, plush jungles and waded through 3 different rivers to reach the entrance of an underground caving system. That evening, we dined at the famous Carambas restaurant. Now, we had heard so much about this restaurant from viewing different travel vlogs, and I'm happy to tell you that it does live up to the hype. The concept at Carambas is just simple but effective. The day's catch is displayed on ice outside of the restaurant, and you select exactly what you want. Then the chef takes it and prepares it to your liking. So a famous fun tradition that they do at Carambas is their birthday celebration. And it was our girl Lisa's birthday month, so we arranged for her to do the chug-a-lug. Happy birthday, dear Lisa. Happy birthday to you.
Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and have you ever been swallowed up?
Oh, good job. Oh, most got that record, sis.
is very nice, but I do have to mention one major drawback, which is the beach. Unfortunately, it isn't located on the nicest stretch of beach, and there is a significant amount of sargassum at the shore. And as far as dining at the hotel, we only dined there one night for dinner, and I have to say it wasn't the best experience. The service was great, but the food was mediocre. There's also several little restaurants owned by the locals within walking distance of the hotel that are very delicious and very inexpensive, but unfortunately we didn't learn about them until after we left. So on our all-white theme night, we dined at the Bluefish Grill restaurant, which is located inside the Sea Breeze Hotel. This place was a real gem. The food was some of the best that we had on the trip, and the prices were very reasonable. And what really set this place apart was the atmosphere. There was live music, there was a local musician playing a mix of reggae and pop covers, and the combination of great food, music, and our group all dressed in white just made it for a really cool, memorable evening. So on our last full day in Belize, we decided to take a day trip back over to Caye Caulker since we didn't get to stay there very long on the catamaran tour. So we took the water ferry, which was about a 30-minute quick trip, and this island just offers a different pace from Ambergris Caye with a more laid-back bohemian vibe. First stop on Caye Caulker was Tarpon Cove, where you can feed these massive tarpon fish. So for $5 Belizean, you get about 10 sardines to feed these big creatures. And I have to admit, it took some courage to lower our hands low enough to the water where they could actually smell the sardines to grab the fish out of our hands. Tarpons, we headed to the Split, which is a narrow channel that divides Caye Caulker into northern and southern parts, which was created by a hurricane in 1961. Today, it's the most popular hangout spot on the island. So we just spent several hours here just chilling at the water, enjoying the drinks from the Lazy Lizard bar. My husband and buddy Ernest, the daredevils of the group, enjoyed their jump into the water below. The atmosphere here is a mix of locals and tourists just hanging out, enjoying the bars, the music, the water, and it's just a real laid-back island vibe. So a visit to Caye Caulker is a must-do.
Yeah. Whenever you're visiting Belize, don't forget to come visit us at Better Go Slope Grill. We got everything you want,
from
bro.
grandma is love.
Yup.
Love.
It's grandma's secret recipe.
For our final night in Belize, we decided to splurge at Frenchie's Restaurant, which is owned by a French chef named Patrick, whom we had the pleasure of meeting. This restaurant offers a unique blend of French and Mediterranean cuisine with a Caribbean twist, and the food was incredible. This is another place that does live up to its hype. Every one of us enjoyed each dish we got, and all plates were cleaned. It was the perfect farewell dinner for our Belizean adventure. So if you're considering a trip to Belize, my advice is simple. Go, explore, dive into the culture, rent a golf cart, taste the food, swim in the sea, climb the ruins. You won't regret it. Thank you for joining me on this recap of our Belizean adventure.